So, peeps, I am back. We are here to talk gray zone warfare, right? And again, I have to be real with my feelings in everything I talk about on my channel. And gray zone warfare for a lot of people is probably, or maybe you watching right now, probably one of your most anticipated shooters for 2024, right? For me, it's not that. For me, it's not that at all. For what I'm seeing for this game, I am very skeptical in what I am seeing. And again, this isn't me trying to be cynical. I have no reason to do this. This is just how I'm feeling from my heart and just I'm just here kicking it to you guys. Just telling you how I see it. Just straight up, through and through. This video here is going to provide some of the things that I do like what I see within gray zone warfare and some of the things that I feel are questionable and things that would hinder one from diving in headfirst to this experience, suspecting the world. So if you could lend me your ear, ears, I would tell you my perspective about gray zone warfare, and maybe you might have a different outlook on the title after this video. But before we hop in, make sure that you like this video, only if you like this video. And if you want to stay up to date on all the shooter news and updates that you care about, consider subscribing today. This is the familiar path. And now you're asking yourself, Abel, the familiar path, what does that mean? Well, this is a familiar path that I've seen a lot of shooters take to present to the world. Okay? We get a robust trailer. We get bits and pieces of lore coming together to give a background as to what X game should be, right? This happened plenty of times over. And then we have this expectation of what the experience could potentially be just off of trailers, dev blog talk, but no actual gameplay happening, right? No hands-on impressions from anybody. Nobody has played this and reported back to us like, hey, here are my findings. We haven't gotten that just yet. There's probably some people that played it, but haven't went public to like showcase their experience just yet. And to me, that's so familiar in a lot of instances where I see shooters that start off so good, look so promising, and then when it comes time to cut the ribbon on the game and we're there day one with it, it just isn't what it seems. And I don't want that to happen here with gray zone warfare, but this is a familiar approach to game dev here in what I'm seeing of how this game being marketed, right? I shouldn't even say game dev, excuse me for that, but marketing and the approach to get the word out about this game. We're doing a lot of this right now. We're getting a lot of this, guys. A lot of this. We're talking it to the moon. We have the experts coming in, adding their value to the game, stating how they were able to assist and help the development and keep things authentic to the gray zone experience, right? And I think that's cool. And I'll get to that in just a moment because I actually do like that a lot. I'll get to that in a moment. But this is something that we should not be fooled by, right? Right now, it's giving hype, 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 hype. But we have nothing to really lean our heads on as far as gameplay, as far as scenarios playing out, as far as things that are being talked about within this game coming to fruition and being seen in demonstration. We have yet to see that, period. So that is the gray area. Oh, baby, I'm doing it today. I'm doing it today. That's the gray area in my mind, right? So we have to tread with caution with this title regardless. Now, I must say this. The lore of gray zone warfare is actually very interesting to me. I'll keep it all the way real. I'm not a lore type of guy in my shooters. I don't need something deep to connect me to the game as to why we're doing X, Y, and Z. It just has to be fun gameplay. It makes sense in whole player retention for me personally. And I'm, for the most part, I'm in with you. I'm in with you. However, with gray zone warfare, the more I learn about the PMCs And the information that these different experts bring to the gray zone warfare experience, I can't lie. I actually am interested. There was a YouTuber that did an extensive video breaking down the PMC history and why they're important to gray zone warfare. And I was just, I literally, I can't even lie. I was blown away. I actually was blown away. I was like, oh, wow, that lore bit is actually connecting the dots for me. I'm actually kind of interested in what this experience genuinely is for us, right? So that is one of the hugest takeaways that I have for my interest in gray zone warfare, right? I'm not making this video here for clout and anything. Again, I'm here talking to you guys as a friend, just giving you my honest thoughts on the game because I'm gonna buy the game anyway, regardless. It doesn't need to be given to me, whatever the case is. I buy it if it's given to me, cool. If it's not, whatever. But I'm telling you, the lore of the game is really, really cool. Just understanding how PMCs operate amongst each other, how they seek out and approach missions and tasks to take on. That was really interesting to me. And we have seen a recent dev blog that has dropped with the communications manager, Rick, talking with Spicy over different scenarios and things that Spicy has went through in his time as a arms specialist. Now, that's really dope to me. But even beyond that, again, I have seen enough talk about the PMC aspect of gray zone warfare to really pique my interest. And I personally feel like now that might be an aspect of gray zone warfare that brings a lot of people forward and really wanting to play this experience just off of that information alone. And that's actually something pretty cool that gray zone warfare has going for itself, straight up. Now I have to talk about the execution of the game and the player retention overall, right? This experience is something that I would say a lot of gamers is looking forward to. Fair enough. I think you guys could agree at home. I think some of you guys right now watching this video are anticipating gray zone warfare, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, the execution of how this game is rolled out to us, like gameplay, the gameplay loop, player retention, these are all factors that are held to such a high standard with me. You could do all you want. You can make a game sound as interesting as you want. You could bring in any expert and sit down and have a conversation with them. You could tell people, hey, these are how scenarios are going to play out in our game. But honestly, you guys already know the old saying, seeing is believing. And we have yet to see that demonstrated here. So, with that said, this has to really be a big focal point for gray zone warfare. Execution. Execution overall. I do not want to come in this title and just be bored, right? I want to come in and have some type of excitement. I want to come in and actually be addicted to doing these missions and exploring the lands and having these PvE engagements because that honestly that sounds lit in itself because I like extraction type shooters and this is like a hybrid of just like a multitude of shooter type experiences. But I want to see this all executed well and play out well. And that is something that they must nail because I'm telling you now, if they do not connect the dots there, this game is going to just not hit with people. It's just not good, simply not going to hit with people. And again, the jury is still out on a decision on this game. We don't know what we're ultimately going to get. And I'm just praying the gameplay's lit. I'm just praying the missions and everything keep us addicted to the flow. I'm just praying this isn't something that we just already seen before and we're just like, okay, been there, done that, slight variation, but no cigar. You know what I mean? We have to be beyond that with gray zone warfare. And I mean that in like the most serious tone I could give you. We have to have a different approach to this game. And it has to resonate and be fun in a special way. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens with time. So this game is set to release sometime first quarter. That's going to be between February and March of this year, 2024. There's going to be a lot of pressure for this game to deliver, right? We've seen games such as 6 Days in Fallujah. I mean, let's be honest. Does anybody play it anymore? Does anybody really care anymore? This was a game that also had a lot of experts come in and deliver their experience, and it was supposed to all tie in and be this just grandiose ordeal where a lot of people could really feel like they're in the boots of those soldiers that were on the ground in Iraq. And to be honest with you, just from looking at everything, it doesn't seem like anybody really cares anymore about the title, to be fair. However, I will say I'm happy that the title still gets supported. But again, at this point, does anybody really care? 6 Days in Fallujah simply to me wasn't that fun. It just didn't hold me. Player retention wasn't there. Even with the procedurally generated areas and stuff, it just wasn't hitting for fun. It just simply wasn't. And I don't care what anybody says. We could just go to the numbers and just see what the player base is doing. Not too many people talking about 6 days, just to be brutally honest with you. So the pressure of delivering a good product is so on the line here for Gray Zone Warfare. They have to at least hook us with something here. And I would like them to take their time with this release here. No rush. I would say, heck, give it all of March. Give it the last day of March to keep good on your promise of a first quarter release even. Because I want these guys to take every ounce of time that they need on this title. Okay. And I want to see it come out in a decent state. Is it going to be perfect? Of course not. But I want them to at least give themselves the chance to make a promising product that a lot of gamers will enjoy. Gray Zone Warfare is something on paper that interests Abel Green. Gray Zone Warfare has yet to prove itself gameplay wise to Abel Green. But again, time will tell ultimately, and the pressure is on this title to deliver. So with that said, let's see what happens in these last 2 months of the first quarter here, and let's see what this game has to deliver. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Are you pro Gray Zone Warfare, or could you care less about the title and just wanted to hear my opinion on the game? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And also, if you did not check out my last video, be sure to click here, and I'll be sure to see you there.